Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading of September 24th through 30th, 2023. My name is Dawn. You're listening to Dawn Williams Tarot. And in case you see smoke wafting by, it's because I smudged between this reading and the previous reading. So I do clear the energies before I do your reading. If you're new to my channel, I would really appreciate if you would like and subscribe. Clicking that like button is such an easy thing to give back to your content creators, not necessarily just me, but whenever you watch any video, because that helps the algorithms. The way that these social media sites work is the more people that like those things help get it to a broader audience. So I'd appreciate if you could do that for me. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that you've decided to become part of my tarot tribe. This is the very last reading that I am doing for this round of readings for the week of September 24. I saved the best for last, Pisces. As always, I'm going to do your reading a little different than the last few times that I've done these readings. As you know, I go strictly by the guidance from my higher self and from my spirit guides. I work very closely with Archangel Metatron as well. So I do meditation prior to creating these, and I am guided as to what needs to happen each time I do a group of videos. This specific time, Spirit has asked me to utilize these stones here. So this is called selenite, and if you can see, it's very luminescent, this stone. What I love about this, well, the one thing about this stone is you would never want to put this stone in water, because this stone will melt in water. It will dissolve. It might take a while, but it will happen. So you don't want to damage your stones that way. So this is one type of a stone you would never want to submerge in water. This stone is a great stone for clearing any other type of stone that you've got, because this one will take away any of the negativity from your other stones. And then what I do with these, at least once a year, maybe twice a year, I'll take my selenite and I will put them in Himalayan sea salt or Celtic sea salt. And I only put them in for just a short period of time. After I do submerge my selenite in those, I will not reuse that salt in terms of eating it or using it for cooking or anything like that. I will keep that salt and utilize it for the next time I need to cleanse. So I have a big bag of salt that I use specifically for my selenites, but you don't have to clear these very often at all. Whereas other stones that you use, you need to clear them often, especially if you do any type of healing work. So the other two stones that I'm using that Spirit was guided for these readings is that these two stones, you can't really see them quite as, I don't know if you can see them, but it's a dark green. They're a mottled stone, and all the dark part in there has this deep red portion to the makeup of these stones, right? These are called bloodstones. And when I looked up the meanings for the stones to share with you as to why we were using those to integrate within these readings, it'll make sense, the energies that they incorporate. So selenite bestows blessings, and it also is a healing stone for the body. It's great for clearing other stones. This connects us with our higher self, our spirit guides, and opens the path between us and the divinity. And then the bloodstone has a long historical record as a healing stone dating back to ancient Greece. It also is a talisman for Christians, as the blood is representation of the crucifixion. It is a powerful stone of courage and calmness, and it is recommended for anyone suffering from some type of trauma or post-traumatic stress disorder. I think it's because these bloodstones encompass this courage, and it also encompasses calmness, right? I really feel that the reason why Spirit had those two energies. Oh, the other thing that bloodstone is called the spiritual warrior stone. So I feel like not only were these specifically chosen by Spirit for us to utilize them, because for one, we are in a spiritual battle. Two, those energies are amplified by using this selenite wand. Selenite does have the ability to project that energy out even further. So one of the things that I did was I also sat in meditation and I did some Reiki on all of these stones before I used them. So that energy is also imbued with these stones. And the other thing that Spirit has asked me to do is to go ahead and send Reiki energy to you. Now, Reiki energy is universal life force energy, and it's tapping into that divine spark. And I have been a Reiki master teacher since 1996. I don't know where I got 2000. 1996. And I'm old school Reiki. I was when I was taught, it was still taught where you had to learn it one-on-one, and you had to learn Reiki 1 and go away from your teacher and then come back and do Reiki 2 and then go back and work with that energy for a while. And then when you did your Reiki 3 and got your Reiki master's attunement, you had to make a commitment that you would continue using your Reiki master for the best of humanity. You would have to dedicate your life to service to others. And that is a big commitment. And a lot of people have made that commitment. I took that commitment to heart. I did learn massage therapy. I used Reiki every single session on every single person I've ever touched with my hands. And even to this day, I can't turn that Reiki energy off. I've used it so often and for so many years now that when I put my hands, I can feel it radiating out of me. It's just a natural part of who and what I'm about now. So there you go. If you can feel that, I would love to hear your feedback, whether or not you felt anything coming through. And the way that I'm going to do your reading is a little different. I am going to take myself off of screen so that you can concentrate just on the cards. Oh, I have one other thing I wanted to share with you. I was flicking through YouTube the other night, and YouTube now has the ability where content creators can create these little short, little mini videos. And I just happened to be looking at those because I've been contemplating, do I want to start adding that as an option for my channel? And I happened to come across a guy, I've never seen him before, completely out of the woodwork. I'd never even noticed his work before. And I clicked on his thing just to listen to what he had to say. It was like a 2-minute video, whatever it was. But at the very end, he said something that really, truly resonated. And I could absolutely see why Spirit had me click on his channel. And his comment was at the end was, he was talking about the spiritual warfare that we're in. It's the dark versus the light, and that there is like all this stuff that is really playing out on the planet. Like you can see for yourself that there's the dark side and the light side if you pay attention. But what he said was, he says, don't be afraid of the dark. Let them, meaning the dark side, be afraid of the light. And it just hit me like that was such an easy thing to say, and it just is so impactful. So I'm going to say it again. Don't be afraid of the dark. Let them be afraid of our light. Okay. So now I'm going to take myself off of here. I will explain what I'm doing and why as I go. I am going to start with oracle cards like I have in the past. Okay. Oh, look at them. I don't think I've seen that card before. Oh, angel, light worker. Okay. And I'm going to explain what all the columns mean. So this first column has to do with your general energies, right? Your general energies for the week of September 24 through 30. The second column has to do with unexpected things that are coming in that you are not aware of coming in, and they're just gonna be there, right? These are things that are coming in that are unexpected that you need to be aware of. Your third column has to do with critical information that you need to know. And then your last column, let's get your angel, Earth Angel lady on screen there. This last column is the good stuff. No matter what is in there, it's going to be good. If you happen to watch Minnow Pond Tarot, this is a guy that I've been following for a long time. He's a very good tarot reader. This is his format. This is what he does in his readings. He does do clarifiers, which I don't have enough time to do clarifiers because I talk a lot about each card where he, gives you the overview of the card and just keeps going. So we start off with your general energies. I am in sync with the flow of life. What I love about this card is, as you can see, right? It does have these two hands that are like coming down from the divine. But the other part about the flow of life, I just always associate flowing as in water, which is your sign, right? Water, Pisces. Pisces is you. I'm in sync with the flow of life. We start off with the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. So this king is a very abundant king. He has his castle in the back right there. And some of the things that I notice about this King of Pentacles is he does have the bulls, which does represent Taurus, but he also has grapes. Grapes and tarot are meant to be something that takes a lot of skill to be able to grow. It takes a lot of patience because you have to have the right conditions, and you kind of have to favor those grapevines. So this is another symbol of abundance. So the kings have to do with knowledge, gaining knowledge or existing knowledge that you're tapping into. This could be that you're seeking knowledge for a very specific need that you have, or this could represent a professional person that you may have to ask for assistance with some specific thing that you're looking for, or this could mean that this is a mentor for you. And lastly, this could just represent you. This could be you and your energy. Now, it does not have to be gender specific. It just means that you are embodying the qualities of this king. This king is a king that knows how to create physical security for himself. He does have a level of wealth. He does have very good health. He does have a comfortable home. Right here's his castle back there. So these are all the embodiment of the qualities of this individual. And so that person or you is represented strongly there. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. Again, does represent money, home life, those types of things. But the fours also represent looking for stability. So it's either about stability or it's about balance. Balance and stability is associated. In this particular card, in this deck, when I look at the Rider-Waite, he's really hanging on to this center pentacle right there. So this card represents needing to find your balance financially, needing to find your balance. And this is only for some of you, right? Some of you may be feeling the pinch of, these escalating prices of this Bidenomics situation that we're in, like gas prices, everything is higher, right? Since Biden has gotten into office. and we're all feeling the pinch. So this is basically stating that some of you are really looking to find that balance, and we'll see what happens through the rest of your reading, whether or not that has some resolution for you. Here we have the Eight of Swords. And this Eight of Swords, I always find this card really interesting. I think of, so the swords have to do with the way that we think about things. This is how we express with our minds. These are our ideas, our thoughts. This is how we make decisions. As you can see, she's completely bound up here, right? She's all tied up. She's got blindfolds on. So there's something that some of you are not wanting to look at. You would rather not look at it. And what's happening is it's binding you up in some way. This is all self-imposed. All you really need to do is change your perspective on things, and that will free you up. So whatever it is that you're not wanting to look at, this is an opportunity this week for you to be able to look at those things and just know that you're safe. You're going to be okay. And again, this is just about a mind shift. Switch your way of thinking. If it feels overwhelming for you, then maybe you'll need to sit down and meditate about it. Maybe you need to have a conversation with someone to help clear out your thoughts about the way that you think about something. If you're holding on to something strictly because these things are bothering you and it doesn't seem to be a problem for anybody else, then maybe you're going to want to have this wise counsel, maybe from somebody that is this King of Pentacles, that you can have some discussions with to help free your mind from whatever this is. But again, I feel as though this has to do with just self-imposed, meaning these are things that are running around in your own head that do have solutions to, but you just haven't figured out a way to access that as of yet. This column is the unexpected. I didn't even know what a wombat was, but I'm going to have to look this up now that this card came up. But it's saying be at home. So basically that's be at home, be comfortable in your own skin, right? That's the way I interpret this. You can interpret this any way that you like, but I feel as though, you know, these pentacle cards are talking about your home life, you know, and how your physical security. And it's just reaffirming that, you know, just be comfortable in your own skin. Then we have the King of Wands. Oh, this king is a very fiery king. As you can see, he's got this salamander here. He's got salamanders on his cloak. He's got salamanders here on his throne. That to me is very fiery energy. This guy gets things done. He leads with his inspiration, his creativity, and his passion. And that's how he rules his universe, right? His whole universe is all about being very passionate, being very motivated, getting things done. So again, the kings represent attaining or gaining knowledge or using existing knowledge in a situation that also taps into your intuition, your motivation, your creativity, your passion, and your inspiration. This could represent a male, it could represent you, it could represent, it doesn't have to be gender specific, it's just representing the energies of the card. And this is actually saying take action of some kind. But you have the Sun. The Sun is one of my favorite cards. I do have favorites, of course, but the Sun, of course, is a blessing. This is a card of nurturing, growth, healing, and renewal. Because whenever we get that Sun, what does it do? Sun allows things to grow. There's a child here on this horse, and this is also saying you might want to tap into some child energy, like childlike energy. You may be working on your inner child if you're doing spiritual work, because this is also tied to spirituality. The sunflower is a energy of joy and vitality, and it does represent the sun. So that's another reason why this is here. When you have the Queen of Wands actually has the sun on her card as well, which is tapping into all of these energies here. This is a beautiful card. This card is a major arcana, and this is something that's coming in that's an unexpected. So something's going to come in and shine a light for you. Something's going to come in and warm your soul. Okay? Then you have the Nine of Cups. What I love about the Nine of Cups is this is your wish card. So if you've been, and this is your yes card. So this is a yes, and this is your wish. So yes to your wish. And especially since they are right next to each other. This is amazing. This guy, he's kind of chubby, right? He's had a few meals. He knows how to make himself happy. And that's what this card is all about. This is all about tapping into your emotions. It's tapping into those things that make you feel good on the inside, because it's about emotions, it's about your relationships, it's about listening to your inner voice. And then the nines have to do with attaining or progression or advancement. So this is moving forward energy. And this is saying your wish is granted. Yes, it is. So whatever is coming in looks really beautiful for you guys, my Pisces. This column here is all about critical things that you need to know. Truth is my teacher. Truth is always, in my opinion, the best avenue, although sometimes it is a little bit more difficult to speak your truth. And as we are progressing through this spiritual war, we're finding that the dark side doesn't really like for us to always speak our truth. So you're starting to see a lot more information come out about stifling that truth, stifling that message out there. But the thing is it really is a good teacher, because when you express from your truthful space, not only are you sharing your knowledge with others as a teacher, but when others are sharing their truth with you, you're the student, right? So this is kind of one of those double-edged swords in a way, because truth is always going to be your teacher, but it also sets you free as well. Then we have the Ten of Swords. Now this guy is dead, done and over. He couldn't be any more dead. Look at all those swords stabbing him in the back. So what this is saying is something is completed, something that you have been agonizing or thinking about, or something that has affected your way of thinking, or it might be a belief system that is ending, or it could be a communication way that you communicate. Something's coming to an end. It's very, very done and over. Because then you have the Star. Now, what's beautiful about this is an ending. This is a beginning. This beginning is talking about whatever you do. Look at these stars, you guys. Look, I just realized you've got this star here too. This star is about truth. The Star card is about long-term goals and plans, but it also talks about your true north. This is about this card is a card of spirituality that is definitely about grounding on the earth, and it does have the water flow, right? You got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the earth, and both of those energies are really important, specifically for you, Pisces, because this helps you navigate to your true north. This is what solidifies and brings down from up on high into you stepping into your role, stepping into your you being the teacher, right? That's what this card is about. It looks beautiful. And that card then now moves into the Fool. Now, these two are major arcana. You're going to be working through both of these for a while. And the Fool card is about a self-belief and a new journey or a new chapter, right? So that makes sense because you've had this ending. You're going to tap into your divinity, into your sovereignty, and you are going to be this Fool starting your journey. And if you look at it, it's a golden card, meaning that it's divinely guided. You've got your companion here. You also have this white rose here with you, which roses represent wisdom, love, courage, and action, right? He's taking very little with him. He's got this one little knapsack, and he's ready to walk off into the abyss. And why? Because he knows his true north is going to guide him where he needs to go. And he's protected all along the way because of the gold on the card. This is a beautiful card. So you're starting a new journey. Step into you being a teacher. We need your energy on this planet. So maybe you're going to want to start a YouTube channel just like this one, or one that resonates with your heart, whatever it is, to get out your message. But this is a beautiful, beautiful energy here. It's all coming in, something coming to an end. You're going to be tapping into your divinity, and you're going to be starting this new journey. That looks beautiful. This is all the good stuff. So we're going to start off with this angel card. And it says, Earth Angel, you are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. Okay, now I've been talking about being the teacher. So this is validating that very energy, Pisces. Step into your role. And this Six of Swords is a card of rites of passage. This card, like if you think about this, right, you're moving from, if you even go this way, so you've got these two kings together. So you're employing the energy of both of these kings. One of them is about wealth. The other one is about taking action. Something is coming to a definite end. And all of the things that have been holding you back, that have been preventing you from stepping into your divinity, are now behind you. You're moving into calmer shores. You're moving into a better place. That's what this card is about. And then with this five of swords is a card of changes, which we do know. We see a lot of change happening on your readings here, on your cards here. But this card is a card typically that states winning at all costs. And however, because this is the good stuff, I feel as though maybe that might have been your mindset previously, but now you know that truth is your teacher. Truth is your path forward. You will succeed in your path because you've got the victory card here as your next card, and you don't have to do it in a way that defeats others in a demeaning way, right? This is a card meaning that you've learned this lesson, and you move into this victory card. And if you look, he's riding with all this regalia. He's got the whole city is out, the town is out celebrating his victory for him. That's what this wreath represents, right? And then the sixes are also representative of keep moving forward, keep persevering, because you're overcoming all of the obstacles to your victory. Overall, Pisces, this looks really, really good. I don't see anything in this reading that you really need to worry about. This is all about focusing on you. This is all focusing on your spiritual growth this next week. And that it is confirming that you're in the sync, right? I'm telling you, this all ties in just very beautifully with one another. Okay, so I'm going to bring myself back on screen so I can pull your last few cards. Hi. Your last few cards. Now, these can either be clarifiers, meaning that they're going to give us a little bit more information of what's been shared, or confirm what I've already talked about, Or this could be something that you can use as a mantra, or you can use as positive affirmations, or just awareness, okay? So your first card is dogs, and it says you're going to be getting together with friends. I love that. Your second card is dragon. Beware of self-delusion. Okay, so now that ties into this card right here, right? So this card is the card of winning at all costs. Don't delude yourself into thinking, you know, that is the way to go. Really, what you want to do is you want to move into a place of safety, in a place of moving to calmer shores, your rite of passion. And you also want this victory card to come in and celebrate with you. But there's always that temptation, right? So just beware of self-delusion. And then we have the lobster, and the lobster talks about a financial pinch. And I was talking about that at the beginning, right? So that ties into this Four of Pentacles right here, because the Four of Pentacles are saying you're really hanging on to that money. And it's not that it's not validated, because it's validating that, yeah, you may be feeling that financial pinch, but just know that it's just a temporary for you, because all your other cards are shining brightly on you. I feel as though, you know, have an awareness, but don't become possessive of your assets or your, oh, and ladder, climbing towards success. That's absolutely true. I feel like that ties into this too. This is just another clarifier card. And then your final is Torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. This is the epitome of this whole reading right here. You are definitely tapping into your spiritual growth. You're tapping into your next phase. Absolutely. I mean, I felt that from the very beginning. You're in sync with the flow of life. You are going to be, truth is your teacher. Your divine north is going to be there. You are stepping into a new role as a spiritual leader, as a spiritual guide somehow. And this is just perfect because you're the earth angel. Okay. I'm excited. This was a great reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this helpful. Okay, so please like and subscribe if you have not already done so. I appreciate you being here. And as I said, I saved the best for last. This was an amazing reading. Until my next reading with you, take very good care of you, and we will chat again very soon. Bye.